Before you connect to cruise ship Wi-Fi, stop. Your personal info, passwords, and even your bank accounts could be at risk. Let me explain what's really going on. If you're heading on a cruise and planning to use the ship's Wi-Fi, this video could save a lot of trouble for you. Today I'm breaking down how secure cruise Wi-Fi really is and what you should never do while connected. I know this because I speak from experience. First, let's talk about how the cruise ship Wi-Fi works. Now, I speak from using Norwegian, and they had Starlink at the time on an unsecured network. Cruise ships usually use satellite internet, not traditional land-based connections. That means slower speeds, shared networks, and often minimal encryption. You're basically on a giant public Wi-Fi hotspot with thousands of people. Number 2, is cruise Wi-Fi secure? The short answer is no. No, it's not secure. Not by default, though. Most cruise Wi-Fi networks are open or weakly protected. That means other passengers can potentially intercept data. Login pages aren't always encrypted. Your activity may be logged or monitored. It's similar to using airport or hotel Wi-Fi, but often worse. Now, topic number 3. Here are some things you should not do on cruise Wi-Fi. Online banking or financial apps, shopping with credit cards, logging into work systems, entering sensitive passwords, even social media logins can be compromised. Now, let's get to the topic of what's really important, protecting yourself on cruise Wi-Fi. If you must use cruise Wi-Fi, here's how to safely do it. Use a trusted VPN. Now, I have T-Mobile, and during my incident on the ship, I actually got them on the phone immediately and turned on T-Mobile VPN. I'll explain my story at the end. Make sure you turn off all file sharing, enable two-factor authentication, stick to the HTTPS websites, and use cellular data import whenever possible. VPN is your number one defense. Now, I'm not here to freak everybody out with using Wi-Fi on a ship. It's still okay to use. Just make sure you're not using it for sensitive data. Basic messaging and emails and browsing is fine. What the problem becomes is when you start using sensitive data information on your unsecured phone with their Wi-Fi. Now let's talk about my story, and frankly, something that could have got really bad. Luckily, they called a friend of mine that was prior special forces, so he knew something was up. He received a phone call from someone on my phone advising that I was kidnapped. Now, I've been in law enforcement for 18 years. My buddy knew that wasn't true. So he immediately called his wife that was actually above us, and they phoned us in on the landlines on Norwegian. So luckily it was him that received the phone call and not other family members that could have freaked out saying that they needed $10,000 for being kidnapped. Now, being in law enforcement, I've taken several reports for families that have paid that ransom money, only to know that their family members were fine. But what they do is they keep you on the line as long as they can so that you can't contact your family that's supposedly kidnapped and try to get that money immediately, whether it's through gift cards or wire transfer money orders at the local grocery stores. So I immediately put my VPN back on, and I haven't had any issues. Now, when I have my VPN on an unsecured network, it lets me know that's an unsecured network, and VPN starts to kick in. So make sure you have that on. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more future content. And I appreciate everyone checking out the video. Thanks. Have a good day.